Thank you for joining today's episode of Worldly Times Web Design Mini Web Series, in which I'll be showing you guys the foundation of customizing and structuring a website. So for today's episode 1, I'll be showing you how to customize your website or blog appearance using a template of your choice, in addition to just enhancing the theme of your website just in general. So you can change the basic colors, you can change the theme in addition to the layout. If you did need to customize a little bit more, then sometimes you will have to include HTML codes, which of course we will learn later on in the series, so just stick with me. And of course, I got you. So the first part of customizing our web page is by clicking the theme on our little sidebar menu here. So right now I'm just going to show you the different themes that are already available to you. But today we're actually going to have fun playing with a couple of different themes that I chose for us. So also, while I'm going and scrolling through the different themes that are here, something important to note is always to back it up or either to restore. So I will be showing you those options in just a few. But just in case you really do love the theme that you create, make sure that you do back it up, just in case if you ever change it and want to go back to it, you're able to restore them later on. So first, we're going to build on the background image, of course, and you're going to choose the change image that's off to the left, and you're going to click on the upload image, and then, of course, select the one of your choice, which in this case, we're going to do a Scooby-Doo theme template first. Of course, you're going to save your template onto your documents or files on your computer, and that is what you're going to see me doing as of now. And what you're going to do is locate that file or that picture. It could either be a JPG, it could be a PNG, or whatever supported format that the software, supports. And I'm going to go through the alignment just to see what I might like the best. So you're going to see me do that just a little bit. I'm also going to click on the different category of gadgets so you can see the different categories in which you can modify your appearance or what you can visibly see on your vlog or your website. So as we go along, we will be editing and touching the different gadgets and categories within them later on in the series, of course. So as we navigate towards the advanced category, you will see that you can modify and edit the page text. You can edit the page backgrounds, the links, blog titles, posts, and even more down to the icon colors, the fonts, and the transparency. So the theme colors and even layouts, it just depends on recording of what you like and what fits your aesthetic. Okay, let's move forward. So now we're going to navigate to your page text. And one thing to know about this type of software is sometimes it will highlight exactly what maybe, page text even means, or sometimes you kind of have to figure it out by just playing with the program. So for context, the page text up here is the "there's nothing here" section of the web page. So what we're going to do now is play with that for a few minutes or for just a little bit. And we're going to change the font size. So instead of it being maybe like 15 pixels as we see, we might do 25, 35, whatever. But so far I'm going for the 25 pixel or the 25, point size type of thing. So we're going to bold it. We're going to play around with the font just a little bit. So at least you guys can see like the different things that you can do. And we're going to play around with the colors and even what color you would like to set your page text. But, we're going to just do that for just a little second. And then we're going to, of course, move on to the actual block title and things like that. We are going to now move on to the actual block title, and we're going to play around with that for a little bit. So you'll see me messing with the fonts. You'll see me messing with it like as in the bold or italics, or in addition to the font style, the format, whatever you would like to call it. So you'll play or see me playing with the size of the font and just pretty much choosing what I either feel is right or just simply a short little demonstration of course, what you can do once again. So I'm going to be choosing or trying to figure out, the different colors. I'm going to be playing with the color palette, and I want to probably do maybe, I don't know why, but the block title for some reason, I'm feeling like maybe a green. Like a slime green, maybe a neon green. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But for some reason, I think green would look good to me. Like, either way, we're going to play with it just a little bit. Now that we are finished with the blog title, let's go ahead and move on to the background icon colors, which are the two icons at the very top left and right corner of the web page. The icons will look like either three dashes on the left side or whatever side it will be on. And on the other side, it will look like a magnifying glass, which indicates the search bar or a search menu. So what we're going to do is just play around with that just a little bit. And I want to note that the different categories and the names of those categories and where they are located at on the actual web page as well. Just make sure you make a note of that. So you'll see me playing around with that for just a little bit. And, as I'm going through the colors and the color palette, I'm not going to lie, I think I might do a cute little yellow. At least if I don't, this is just a demonstration for you guys, just, a little demo. But you know what? I might do a little cute little yellow. Just for demonstration at least. Okay. Okay, so as we are finishing up on the background icon colors, we're going to move on to our attribution, which is usually located at the bottom of your web page. And that will be where your copyright, your logo, and even your brand name will be. So we're going to, navigate and we're going to locate that. And we're going to play with that for a little bit too. We're going to play around with the colors, the fonts, bold, italics, all of that kind of things for just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and navigate there. This has been really fun so far. So I hope all of you guys, are at least excited as I am. I hope I have all of you guys' attention so far. I'm so excited to start this mini series. So I'm going to have as much fun as I want to. It's not like y'all can see my face anyways, y'all could just only hear my voice. So, how embarrassed can I actually be, Other than that, I hope that everything is at least very aesthetically pleasing. I hope that at least it's informational. I hope that you guys can at least learn something from these little demos that I am going to try to at least provide to y'all at least like once a week, hopefully. And I hope that even with these short little preview demos that you're able to take this and build on your own independently. So, of course, if you ever need my help, professional advice, anything, I'm always here. And, let's get back to this. And we're going to finish up here with the attributions. And once we have played with our colors just a little bit, we can at least move on or do another little activity or another little theme that I did pick out. So you'll see in just a few seconds. But right now, what I want to do is show you the features of putting certain subtitles or captions or even like the sections and even down to like how the transparency works on those different type of things. I want to show you what it pretty much does and what it looks like to make those different things transparent, which is pretty much straight to the point, making it invisible and stuff like that. So always remember to save your customized things, even if you're not going to use them. That's the importance or what's so important about restoring and being able to back up the themes that you actually really do like. So I love this. This is really fun for me. So I hope you guys are having fun at least. Now that we are finishing up with the attributions, which is, like I said, located usually at the bottom of the page, we're going to see now how it looks like as a preview, as if it were to be published a little bit. So let's continue on. And then, of course, we're going to try a little bit something different. We're going to try another theme and we're going to, play around with that just a little bit. At least so you guys can kind of like get the hang of it. And, even if you want to note anything down, write it down, whatever it looks like, whatever the case, however you learn, at least we can, go on to the next one and kind of play with that as well and get used to that too. Now you're going to see me open up a new template, which I'm kind of excited about actually. And we're going to go through the same process that we actually just did with the very first one. So we're going to play with the alignment. We're going to go through the available options. We're just going to see what we would like the placement to be pretty much. And yeah, this is kind of random, but the first thing I was going to say, like for the first theme that I was going for with that whole little Scooby-Doo one was like a Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine LSD type of theme. But with this one, I'm going for like more of a Electra animated like cartoon type of thing. Can you feel it? Can you feel it a little bit? Anyways, I think it's pretty cool. But basically, I'm just trying to show you how diverse this software is and how you can open up your palette or just choose different things when it comes down to different palettes or just different options of what you can do with this stuff. And especially when it comes down to like creative directing your own website. So at least you get to see all of this different cool stuff, and I hope you like it. So anyways, we're going to just go pretty much in the same order that we went in the last time or the first time. And we're going to just go to the page text and just play around with that just a little bit. And you'll see me, do, as I mentioned, what I was going to do earlier. And as I did mention earlier as well, we can play around with the fonts, the colors, and the icons of, whatever we do and however we just move along with it. So the font style, all of the different options. And you also have the option to clear the changes if you don't like what you created. So that's cool too. As you can see, pretty much you have very full creative control on what you're going to create and what you want to put out there for the world. So for the page text, we're going to just play around with the font size and the color. And so far, I'm thinking of maybe a cute red velvet type of hue, maybe type of color. What you thinking? So we are going to now navigate to the title again, and you'll see me play around with that just a little bit, just the same way I did the first template. But I just want to make sure during this process that y'all are noting everything that is going on and just at least jotting it down so it could possibly help you, even if you're creating your own website or a blog or even a page for social media for a specific brand or content. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you are jotting it down. Just make sure you're taking your notes if you can. But I think for the title, I kind of want to go with red. But of course, this is just for demonstration purposes only, not for publishing purposes. So, I think once I do change this, I kind of want to go and change the color of the page text too, actually. I think I want a color that stands out just a little bit more. So we're going to see. I think I'm just doing a little bit of artistic thinking, just a little bit of something, but just for demonstration purposes only. So now we're going to move on to the background icon colors, and we're just going to play around with that for just a little bit. I'm not really sure what color I would want to go with, but I'm feeling a little neon yellow, so we're going to see. I might be feeling black too. I don't know, maybe even red. I'm not really sure yet, but we're going to play around with that for just a little bit. And you'll just see me experimenting with the different colors on the color palette just to see, which color I would like the background icons to be. Also, the icons are indicated as the three dashes and the magnifying glass at the top left and right corner of your web page. So just make sure you do note that again. You'll see me going from yellow to orange to blue, even nude, all of that good stuff. But I'm just trying to figure out what background I would like to do. Maybe red, it doesn't even matter. Well, I couldn't pick a color, so we're just going to go with red. And now that we've actually finally decided on that together, we can go to the attributes or the attribution section, and which is usually located, of course, at the bottom of the web page. So we can go ahead and navigate to that section, and we can go ahead and play with that for just a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and navigate through our advanced list that is provided to us, and we're going to head to the attributions. And this time, we don't have a subtitle saying pictures or even images illustrated by a specific creator or a person or anything like that. So it looks like it's pretty much just straight to the point, which I kind of like. And this is the section that says powered by Blogger, which is going to be where your copyright is going to go. Your logos, your icons, brand names, things like that. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and play with the colors, the transparency options, the attribution links, the text, the icon colors, all of that good stuff. And I kind of think my final decision might actually be to go with a black color because I think I like how that white might look with this. Like, I think I'm liking how it's looking so far. So I think I'm safe with what I created. And after I go ahead and finish up with the finishing touches with the colors and things like that, I'm going to go ahead and save those changes. So after we go ahead and change and update those settings and apply it to our blog, we're going to go ahead and preview it. We're going to look at our finishing touches and see what everything's looking like. So far, so good. I love it. I also want you guys to note, although it may look a little weird or a little awkward once we preview it, or when we do, or as we're previewing it, it's always going to look different on a laptop or any type of mobile device. But so far, I like the progress that we have got to today. I like what I'm looking at. I'm liking what we're doing. So I'm going to show you guys how to go back also to your last theme, and how we worked on that one, and how it is easy to restore your last theme, and how easy it is to pretty much go back to the last thing that we did work on. So all of that, all in all, it concludes our episode. And I'm so happy with the progress that we made again today. I hope that you guys had so much freaking fun, as much as I did at least. And thank you for joining our episode 1 of Worldly Times Web Design mini series. I hope to see you again for the next episode.